guys, Jenny here, live with your first news round of the weekend. Don't go anywhere. We've got the Rugby World Cup trophy found after 15 years, and these squirrel monkeys get Halloween ready. First this morning, let's start with some news that is out of this world. NASA has announced plans to launch an uncrewed flight around the moon in February 2022, allowing astronauts to once again set foot on the Earth's satellite. The US Space Agency said on Friday that it was in the final phase of testing to send its Orion capsule on an orbit around the moon. NASA said the Artemis 1 mission will pave the way for a future flight test with crew before more complex missions with astronauts on and around the moon. Very exciting. Now, if you love all things space, then you need to head to the Newsround website, where we've got loads more on astronauts, planets, the universe, and generally all things space. Next, have you ever lost something and thought, I wonder where it's gone? I do all the time. Well, the Women's Rugby World Cup trophy has been missing for 15 years, but now it has just been found. Watch this. The Women's Rugby World Cup was first played in 1991, and it was won by the United States when they beat England. In 1994, there was a reversal of fortunes and England lifted the trophy. The trophy went out on tour and roadshows, and then it went missing. But a few weeks ago, a retired administrator from England Rugby was clearing out a loft, and amongst some old notebooks and posters, she found a box with the treasured trophy.
I knew it had gone missing, but I hadn't realised it had been found. So, to have it here this evening and to hear the story of how it had been found and where it was is pretty unique. And I'm really pleased that they've managed to get the hands on, because I can imagine that day winning the World Cup was so special, and to have that trophy go missing, this must be pretty sad for them. So to have it back must be pretty special for them.
Now the trophy has been taken to Twickenham to be stored in the World Rugby Museum and put on display for everyone to see. What a story! Okay, let's take a look at the latest footy news from the Women's World Cup qualifiers. Scotland captain Rachel Corsie came to the rescue last night in their game against Hungary. They were heading for a draw at Hampden Park when Corsie gave them a last-minute winner. They're now top of their group and next face Ukraine. Kayleigh Green scored the equaliser for Wales in their match against Slovenia before she was later sent off. The 1-1 draw leaves them second in their group, behind favourites France. And it's a big day for England and Northern Ireland as they go head-to-head at Wembley later today. England haven't played at the stadium since 2019, and for Northern Ireland, it's one of the biggest tests they'll ever face before their first major women's tournament at Euro 2022. Both sides have yet to drop a point in qualifying so far. Next, it is my favourite time. It's time for... there in the end. Happy news! De Graft has a special robot, some magical training and a pretty unusual sport this week. Get ready to smile.
First, meet the coolest robot in town, Leo, a brilliant bot who can walk, fly, and even skateboard. He's been designed by researchers at Caltech University in the US, who took inspiration from birds and flying insects. Leo is the first robot to have multi-jointed legs and use propellers to achieve perfect balance. The team hope robots like Leo will be able to perform difficult tasks on space missions in the future. Next, I bet you're wondering what this is all about. The installation of 9 giant wizarding wands has been unveiled in central London to mark the 20th anniversary of the first Harry Potter film. These children worked on their wand skills with a special fight scene expert. They're actually pretty good. Expelliarmus! Finally, happy news for Peruvian Francesco de la Cruz, the winner of the first ever Balloon World Cup, which was held in Spain and organised by Barcelona soccer player Gerard Piqué. The sport is inspired by viral videos of people playing the game at parties and involved obstacles, including living room furniture and a small car. I wonder if he could win the Balloon d'Or.
Thanks to Graft. Finally, it's just a week to go till Halloween, and even these monkeys are getting into the spirit. These are squirrel monkeys, and keepers at Whipsnade Zoo say they love to play with the pumpkins as well as tucking into the tasty fruit. And from some of the tiniest mammals to the biggest. I don't know what it's like at your house, but you have to move quickly to get the snacks before the rest of the family gets stuck into "leave me some." Lovely stuff. Well, just before we go, let's see what's happening on the Newsround website. We've been finding out why many elephants in Mozambique don't have tusks, and Ed Sheeran reveals how he overcame his stutter. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 7:45 a.m. Don't miss it.